Think it's too late to start over a new job or a new career beyond the age of 40? Well, think again. This is the perfect time for you to align your purpose and meaning with a job or a career that's actually going to bring fulfillment and joy into your life. And in this video, I'm going to share 5 actionable steps to allow you to take stock and figure out if this is the right time and if this is something that you truly want to do. So if this is a topic that's sparking your curiosity and interest, please stick around. For anyone new to this channel, hi, I am Tanya. I am a rapid transformational therapist and coach, and I empower women over the age of 40 to find their inner love, their inner contentment, and figure out what is their purpose and meaning in life so they can actually thrive in whichever stage they find themselves. So let's get started. So practical step number 1 is figuring out your why. You need to go inwards to figure out, because for some of you, you might know the answer straight away, but for a lot of us, it is really value add to just pause, take a minute, journal and reflect and go inwards and figure out why are we no longer fulfilled and enjoying the job or the career that we currently have. And for some of you, maybe you have been looking after a family and now is your opportunity to go into the workplace, or you stopped and started and now you want to go back in and you're wanting to find what is the thing that's going to light you up and lift you up in doing so. So figuring out what is the motivation behind it, what is going to bring joy and contentment, because we're all living longer, so starting a new career at the age of 40 or beyond is still a very kind of large portion of your life, because a lot of us are not going to retire at the age of 60 or 67 whenever within the kind of UK. So from that kind of perspective, there is a long kind of span of life that we've got to actually work and create fulfillment and joy within our lives, but have ripple effects within our kind of communities, in our workplaces, wherever we may find ourselves. So the prompt that I like to ask my clients is, what did you enjoy doing between the ages of 7 and 14? Because if you go back to your childhood and sort of like delve in, what are the things that's brought joy and contentment into your life? What are the dreams and aspirations that you may have had, but you parked and put aside to one day in the future, one day further down the line? So tap into that, figure out the things that brought that kind of smile to your face and made you sort of like feel lighter in your kind of body, in your shoulders, and tap into that, write it down and keep exploring. This might be something that you can do in one kind of brief exercise, or it might be something that you want to spend a bit of time just delving in and really figuring out what are the things that bring joy and contentment into you personally, and you want to then sort of explore as a potential career. The second step is assessing what transferable skills you have. Now, you may have been working, but even if you haven't been working, within your kind of day-to-day life, there are skills that you have acquired that can be applied to a job. There may be hobbies and interests that you have that you can actually share with others. You might be an amazing cook, you might be able to sew, you might be great at organising, making great kind of shopping lists and being able to sort of go and do the shopping in a big kind of haul. Whatever those skills are, you might be great at budgeting, looking at your finances, or creating spreadsheets, or you might have a creative kind of interest and pursuit and an ability to be able to sort of share with others. So similar to how you had in the first step, you wanted to delve into your why and you sort of like journaled that down. Now in this one, you want to journal all the transferable skills that you have. So just do a brain dump. Write everything that you can actually think of. Even if you don't enjoy it, just write down all the skills that you actually have, because once you're at the age of 40 and beyond, you have experienced a fair bit of life. So there is a lot of skills that you have, but you just might be blind to them. You just might not be aware of them. So by becoming kind of present and self-aware and just reflecting, yeah, this is all the skills that I have. Go back to your job if you've had a job. Go back to your kind of family day-to-day life and see what skills have you got that could be used in a future career. So just list them all down. So that's the kind of second step. And then what you might want to do is brainstorm. Once you've actually got that kind of full list, get to the top 5, the 5 skills that you think are the most value add or the ones that bring the most joy to you. And then start exploring, well, what could you potentially use those skills in order to create a new career or apply for a new job? So that's something else that you can do in that step 2. Step 3 is all about embracing lifelong learning, and it's about acquiring new skills, new knowledge, and putting them into practice, because you might read a book, listen to a podcast, watch a video like this, and it might inspire you to go and do a little bit more research, or for you to actually start applying the things that you've learned into your life, create new habits, get rid of old habits that no longer serve you, or decide that you want to enroll and do a course to acquire a skill or acquire a proficiency in a skill that you can gain some certifications. So for me personally, through my kind of previous career, I actually was a qualified accountant working on large transformational projects, but I mentored people that I worked with. I encouraged the transfer of knowledge, and through that mentoring experience, that sort of created that desire in me. I would love to actually do some coaching, and then I went and I trained to become a coach as a result. But it started reading some books, watching some videos, learning from what other coaches were actually doing to gain a bit of insight. Well, what does coaching really entail? And as a result, I decided to go and learn more. And I also, because of my kind of healing journey, I also decided to embark on training to become a hypnotherapist. And I did my training with Marissa Peer in her RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy Training School, and I did my coaching and my hypnotherapy certification that way. I've been a Mind Valley member for a number of years, and I have acquired a lot of knowledge and tools to apply into my own life and to also help me empower my clients as a result. So lifelong learning does not stop at the moment you finish school. It is, as it says, lifelong. You've got a growth mindset. You want to learn, but you want to apply what you've learned. And this is about you sort of like figuring out, okay, now I know why I want to change my career or my job, or why I want to go in a certain direction. Now I also know what I've got as transferable skills. And then it's about deciding between the career that you want and where you currently are. Is there a gap? And if there is a gap, it's about, oh, what skills do I need to learn? What tools, techniques, what certification or qualification that I need to acquire? And then embarking on that journey in order for you to sort of get yourself with the most empowered and confident in order for you to embrace that next step of you sort of going into starting a new job. Then the fourth step is about networking. Now, networking can actually push us out of our comfort zone because we sort of gravitate to what is familiar and what feels comfortable. But the magic happens when we push that comfort zone out. And this is about us striking up a conversation with people, but also striking up conversations with people that we can learn from. And they can actually share their life experience, maybe sort of give us some hints and tips as to what they did in order to shift their career, if you want to sort of like emulate what they've done, or for you to just start creating a network of people that you can actually have as potential employees or employers, or that you could have as clients if you want to set up your own business. And it's about expanding that network. I know social media is something that a lot of us in our our later kind of 40s and 50s is something that we may have been reluctant to sort of like embrace because we've thought it's for the younger generations, we don't want that distraction. But that could be a starting point. But as long as you're not actually just scrolling and not learning and gaining and adding value in the experience, I'm a big proponent of that we're actually using social media to leverage our being able to share knowledge and experience and add value, rather than it just being comparing ourselves and making us feel less than. So from that kind of perspective, decide what is your network? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Facebook? Have you got an Instagram account? Are you on X? Are you on YouTube? Consider all of these kind of socializing opportunities, but then there's face-to-face, there's groups that might be sort of meeting in your local area, there could be business networks, there could be certain other organisations, in some instances charitable, or maybe from a religious kind of community centres, there might be some sort of activities that you can actually get involved that way, and that way you can actually expand your network. But it's about finding what's going to work for you, but push your comfort zone a little bit more. And step number 5 is about starting small, but starting now. If you've got this nagging kind of voice in your head that is saying, I want to start something new, I want to change the direction of my career, of my job, I want to start something new, then listen to that voice, lean into that voice, but come up with a plan. Take small sustainable steps. You don't run a marathon by getting up on the couch and going and running 26 miles. You start by getting up off the couch, getting the trainers on and going for a walk, and then you start building it up slowly and slowly. So this video isn't about 5 quick steps to actually pivot your career and get to the ultimate destination that you want in like 5 steps that you can do in 5 minutes. You're actually going to need to take some time. Anything of value requires patience, requires us to really tap into what do we really want? Why do we want to make the change? What do we want to share into the world? And as a result, you can actually then make wiser choices and decisions, and you can save yourself a lot of time. You can fast track the process of making the shift, but by starting small and by challenging and questioning yourself and pushing your boundaries and pushing yourself out and learning new skills. And the thing is that I've done it myself. I'm 52 now, and I decided at the age of 50 that I was going to take some time out and really focus on what was my passion, what was my purpose, because I didn't want to just retire and just sort of like socialise with people a few days a week when they were available, read a few books, go on a few holidays. That's what I didn't want my life to be. I know I've got a wealth of experience that I wanted to share, and I wanted that ripple effect to happen. So I went deep and I started figuring out my why and the transferable skills and what I enjoyed, and therefore I went and I did my retraining. But I've also seen throughout the years a number of friends and colleagues of mine do the pivot where in their 40s they've decided that they were no longer enjoying their job, and they managed to get a little bit of financial kind of stability in their life, that they were able to start reducing their hours, going part-time, and then start doing either yoga or holistic therapies in the evenings and at the weekends. And then eventually they cut down their hours and they made the transition, and then they went and they became holistic therapists or yoga Pilates teachers, or they decided to go in and do tarot readings, whatever was bringing them passion and fulfillment in their job, in their life. And for me, it was about, I wanted to be able to impact through much faster people through my coaching and my therapy practice. And in that kind of aspect, it fulfills me and it brings me joy on a daily basis. So look in your life. Is there women that have inspired you that they've made the transition? Have you got a strong why? Do you know what you want to actually do? Do you want any more support in order to navigate the transition from going from your current career or job? Can you find mentors or coaches that can actually assist you in that journey? Let me know in the comments below if you've got any kind of thoughts, if there's something that you wish to share. And if you find this content of value, if you vibe with my vibe, then please like and subscribe and potentially share with someone that you know in your life that is also thinking about maybe changing their career and just need a little bit of kind of guidance and a bit of encouragement and empowerment. Please share that with them too. So go out and seize the day. Go and figure out your why. Find what makes you light up and what direction you want to take in your life. And remember, there's always choices in life, so choose wisely. Bye until the next one.